Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Well, I'm going to the Frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Well, dominance, decisive, unquestionable, good. Pick your word. Ass beating. I mean, pick it. That's hyphenated, right? That's a hyphenated word, I believe. Pick your word. Lobos, I believe, hit all of those definitions. And I'm going to guess a bunch more that you got. 89-61. A dismantling of UNLV in Las Vegas last night. Decisive, convincing. I'm taking words today. We can play thesaurus on the radio today. As New Mexico wins again, they go to 17-4. 8-2 in Mountain West play. As we wake up this morning, they sit alone in second place pending tonight's results, and they win in Vegas by their biggest margin over the Rebels that they've ever beaten UNLV, period. Good morning, and well, it was worth staying up late, wasn't it? I mean, if you're feeling a little tired, you're feeling a little groggy, you're feeling a little sleepy as you get up and have to go at it because you stayed up and watched that, at least you went to sleep with a smile on your face, Lobo fan. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. I'm Jeff Symbieta. He is JJ Buck. How you living?
What it do?
A little sleepy this morning?
Little groggy?
Yeah. Late nights in the Mountain West. Up 41-22 at halftime. No letdown. Pulled away. And up by as many as 38 points. You end up winning by 28. And I mean, you got any other words I didn't use? Decisive, dominant, ass-beating, convincing.
I know
what's your word?
when we were discussing the game yesterday and on Monday with Coach Olin, and like, yeah, UNLV's pesky. You watch out. They can get you. They can play really good. You know who's scary? It's the Lobos. They're a scary team. You do not want to see the Lobos on your schedule because they're going to come in, play a controlled game for 40 minutes, home or away, not get too high, not get too low, and be a rough night.
Yeah. They're a like they were just a better team. And I'm going to throw this at you because this was my impression as I sat there and watched that game. And I get it, UNLV is without their point guard, but they've been without their starting point guard all season, okay? And without their starting point guard, that roster went up to Logan and beat Utah State. That roster went to Memphis and beat Memphis. That roster's got some really good wins on it. And that's why I told you yesterday, and I've told you before, I firmly believe that it's like every UNLV team we've seen over the last 10, 15 years, tons and tons of individual talent. And can beat you on any night or can get smoked by 28 on any night at home. JJ, as I'm watching the game, you know what the biggest impression was on me? One team is way better coached than the other team. And you could listen to Darren Collison and Rich Walsh, the announcers on CBS Sportsnet, talk about the ball movement and how they play together. And well, why? Why? Why does this group that's been together now for 21 games, and so they're not brand new anymore, but none of them had played together, or very few of them had played. What? Any of them played together previously? Chris Howell's out, and Milos played at UC San Diego, and I don't know that any of them played together before they got here. So why is it that this group of new players, essentially, is able to look, as you said, scary? JJ, one team is really, really well coached, and the other one is really trying to figure out who the hell they are.
The other one looks like a first-year team in terms of roster construction and head coach. The Lobos don't look like that at all.
Hardly.
They're connected. They're controlled. The game plan is fantastic. They're always in the gap. Defensively, they were phenomenal again last night. UNLV had nowhere to go. And all that feeds together. The offense has been really efficient. Bouillon just had his out-of-body experience in the first half where he's hitting three-point shots, and somehow it's like his knuckleball shot just dies on the rim and falls in.
He matched his season total in three-point makes in the first half with 2. Yeah. Did you stay up? Did you turn it off right after the game?
I did.
All right. So they went back to the studio in New York, and Brent Stover and had the crew in there, and Pete Gillen was in there, the coach who has been here. He does games. He's a commentator with the studio yesterday, and he said Eric Olin, and I don't know if he said is his or I was kind of losing it too. I was fading at that point. Said he should be considered for National Coach of the Year. And as you look at this league right now, I mean, who's Coach of the Year? I don't even think it's arguable. As we're at the halfway poll, right? They're 8-2, so we're 10 games into a 20-game league schedule. I don't even think it's arguable halfway through who the coach is it? Like in football, we have this issue. Well, heck, Sean Lewis has done a great job, and Timmy Chang did a great job. Football was a different story. The team who's winning is the team that everybody picked to win, and Dutch is doing a hell of a job with San Diego State, and especially after their rough start. Grand Canyon got beat yesterday. What a crazy game in Reno. I don't know if you watched any of that. Look at there.
On overtime.
Yeah. Well, and they hit 3 free throws at the end. They fouled a 3-point shooter with 0.8 of a second to go, and Rollison goes up and hits all 3 of them like just onions.
Everyone wants to foul.
Yeah. I mean, who else are we talking about? I mean, Jerry Calhoun. They just lost 2 of their last.
Eric Olin's the leader in the clubhouse.
Easy, right?
For Coach of the Year. Now, does he deserve to be mentioned on a national stage? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is he ever going to be in that conversation for real? No.
No. I mean, Dusty, who's going to get right now National Coach of the Year is Fred Hoiberg. And I don't know if you watched any of that. I didn't. I saw the highlights. You know why I didn't? Because I don't get Peacock. John Traub was texting me, hey, is Addie at the game, Nebraska and Michigan? She had a commitment tonight. And so I'm like, I don't get Peacock. He's like, really? You can't tell? He's like, I'm telling you what he's like. But I was getting updates from him, and then I watched the highlights. 75-72, Michigan hands Nebraska their first loss of the season. Nebraska was up all night long. That's that Nebraska team that the Lobos lost to earlier in the season, who's really, dare I say, elite good. I mean, if you go 20-0 and lose your first game by 3 at the second-ranked team in the country, dare I say they're elite good?
You can say it.
I mean, do you agree with that?
Yeah, they're in that mix. Like, when you have that type of performance against a Michigan team that has been putting on great performances, has elevated themselves into that discussion, it's kind of become Arizona and Michigan versus everyone else for that top tier. You go in there and you push them to the brink in a one-possession game, you're on the cusp.
Yeah, I think that's right. All right, 505-246-0610. We have so much to do today. Lobo fan, as you shake the cobwebs off, as you sit here this morning and kind of wake up a little groggy because you stayed up late and watched your team pummel, I guess I didn't use that one, UNLV, 89-61. Lobos forced 16 turnovers, 8 steals. UNLV did not have a player score in double figures. How about that? That's the third time this season UNM did not allow a double-figure score. The other times were New Mexico Highlands and Florida Gulf Coast. It feels like this is a little different. It's the first time in the modern era of Lobo basketball that UNM has been able to accomplish that feat defensively. I mean, what they do defensively, I think, is really good. Williamson, who committed to UNM, and then when Richard Pitino left, opened his recruitment, he had 9 points. JJ, what are the words you put on this? I don't want to overemphasize the victory because it's a victory over a team with not great metrics, and the reality is UNLV is 10-10. And so I don't want to overvalue the victory. But as you hit the halfway pole to go on the road in this league against the team who went to Logan and beat Utah State, so you know that it's there. You know what they're capable of. To win like that, and I would argue 28 points doesn't even tell the story. I don't think it was that close. What are your words?
When you dominate teams on the road, you have to take notice. Like, when it's not just convincing, it was never in doubt. It was never close. Well, UNLV first 5 minutes at 5 turnovers, weren't scoring the basketball. Lobos in control defensively, started getting their offense going. Like, yes, this is what good teams want to do. It's win on the road, but when you win by 28 points, when you're approaching a 30-point margin of victory on the road against a middle-of-the-pack team, like, if they did this against like Air Force or San Jose State, you're like, okay. But, UNLV, it's emphasis. It's an exclamation point. Yeah. Like, that's not easy to do, even when you're the better team, to beat someone by 28 points on the road.
I just pump them and never, ever, ever let it get it down. One thing I think got lost, and I don't think Wallace and Collison saw what happened. In the first, minute and a half when UNLV called the timeout, he says, Josh Pastner wants to talk it over. No, he didn't see. They couldn't get the ball in because Jake Hall ad-lib was in the backcourt denying the inbound pass. And at 4-0, dude had to call a timeout because pesky Jake Hall, who this freshman is ridiculous, was out there, and it's not just about what he does scoring, although he had 16 points last night. But he's out there, I think he defends way better than people think, and just got in the way there and wouldn't let him inbound the ball, and they had to burn a timeout early. I thought that set the tone for the night. I really did. Big win. Is it the biggest win of the year? It is not. But, man, if there were doubts, I think they get blown up. Like, you got a big one next Wednesday. Utah State comes to town. And then I think you go to Grand Canyon after that. Is that what next week looks like? I think that's right. But going on the road and beating the stuffing out of a UNLV team that I'm not going to sit here and pretend they're a great team. Their metrics are what they are. Their numbers are what they are. Their record is what it is. But this is a team that was capable. Yeah, did they lose to Tennessee, Martin, and what was their other really bad loss? Because if the internet would work, that'd be really, really cool.
It's one, man. If you need to convince someone that a 28-point road win is good, they're not going to be listening to that.
Yeah, and that's cool. I mean, but this is a team who won at Memphis. This is a team that beat Stanford on the road, right? This is a team that won at Utah State, which everybody tells you there's the three impossible places to win in this league are the Pitt, Viejas, and Logan. And you could put Grand Canyon in there now, right?
Yes, you can.
Now, did they lose to Tennessee Martin and Montana? Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. And Tennessee State. Yeah. No, they're like the 8th best team in Tennessee. I'll tell you what. Good one. All right, let's go. 505-246-0610. Play radio today. I want your thoughts on the Lobos' 89-61 romp in Vegas last night. We'll get into what else happened around the Mountain West. Boy, a nail biter. Grand Canyon's got to be vomiting that they let that one get away. Because Grand Canyon, instead of being 7-2 and right there in the race, drops one on the road, and Nevada saves it. I mean, and that was miraculous. We'll get into the Bills' new head coach. We absolutely will get into Bill Belichick not being a first-ballot Hall of Famer. And I got a ton of thoughts on that. Why? What happens from now? Is it right? Is it not right? I got some things that are understandable and some that are not. The Broncos, it's all Joe Lombardi's fault. They figured out why they only scored 7 points with a backup quarterback in the blizzard. So they fired their offensive coordinator. 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. Adrian's producing on the television side. You can watch the show. We're on Xfinity Channel 26 throughout the state of New Mexico. We are on our Facebook page, the OD in the AM, and of course on the YouTube channel for ProView Network. When we get back, more on the Lobos' win last night, who came up big defensively, what they did. We'll get to the results from around the league and what it all means, and take your phone calls and your correspondence on the Sports Animal. Fellas, how are you feeling? Not just this morning after staying up late. I get that one. But every day, you feeling tired, losing your edge a bit, gaining weight, losing muscle, just struggling to focus. You just don't feel like that you remember. All could be signs of low testosterone, hormone imbalance as well. I got help for you, and it's right here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. The team at Vita Vital Medical, Albuquerque's experts specializing in testosterone replacement therapy, ED solutions, peptide therapy. This all helps you restore your strength, your energy, your confidence, and your performance. So, guys, they know it works. It's proven that it works. They will help you feel better, get back in the game with a program that is focused on you. What they do is they take the time to listen to you and understand your goals. This isn't, hey, here's what's going on with me. All right, here's a form. Take this, and call me in 2 weeks. It's not how this plays. You go in, you speak with them. They're experts. They talk to you about your body. What's going on with you? How do you feel? How long have you felt this way? What are your symptoms? What is it you want? What are your goals? Where do you want to be? And they create a plan tailored to you. Feel better now. Don't sit on the sidelines. Take action today, guys. 505-240-8559 is the number. 505-240-8559 or visit VitaVitalMedical.com. That's V-I-D as in David A, V-I-T as in Thomas A-L, medical.com. VitaVitalMedical.com. You get back to being the man you know you are. Feel alive again with Vita Vital Medical, Albuquerque's hormone health experts.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks. Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe.
All right, how you feeling this morning? I know, a little sleepy. I know Stigler rolled over, went to bed at halftime. It was pretty good that felt pretty good that they were going to win last night. I guess you felt that way because the Lobos were up at halftime by the score of 41-22 and dominating at halftime over UNLV on the road. 505-246-0610. That's how to get here today. Emails come in this morning. Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. On the X, it's _ JJ Buck. And on the Facebook, OG and the AM. Couple other thoughts, and then we'll move on to other stuff. The double-double by Tomislav Buljan last night. JJ, his 4th straight double-double. And, I watch him, and I'm like, he's really good, and he's everything I kind of thought he was going to be. Right? Before the season started, the people who were at practice, the people whom I trust, were telling me how good this guy is and how he's going to dominate, and he may end up being, player of the year in this league. And I'm like, whoa, is he that good? I don't know that he's player of the year in this league, but he sure as hell is a candidate for first team all-conference and newcomer of the year. And this all-conference is going to be really interesting. It's going to, because there were no Lobos on the all-conference preseason team. There were no Lobos, like newcomer, freshman, none of those guys, right? There was nothing.
Nada.
And I don't know how you're going to keep them all off. But he's a 23-year-old man who played pro. And again, they're doing nothing wrong. I'm not mad about it. It's the rules. They're well within their rules. He's what I thought he would be sometimes. And like in the first half last night, he is. Jake Hall, 16 points last night. Extended his streak of double-figure games to 7. That is tied for the 4th longest by a UNM freshman ever, and the longest since, remember John Robinson back in 98 and 99? John Robinson, the 3rd, I thought. It's his 2nd year, but I'm pretty sure he's 3rd. He's way better than everybody thought, except for maybe Eric Olin. I asked Eric about that the other day. And then Uriah Tenet, who comes off the bench and just gives you energy minutes, and it's not just energy minutes. It's quality minutes. He had 8 last night. He did not turn the ball turned it over once. He had 3 assists, but he had 2 steals. In an era where everybody seems to be doing it with transfer, and it's all about the portal, and believe me, I'm not the guy saying, hey, ignore the portal, because you can't. But I look at, like what Arizona's doing with some freshmen. I look at some, the Duke freshmen. I mean, there's some great freshmen all over America. But Eric Olin has a hell of a mix, man. I am convinced, and I've been for a while, basketball coach, motivation. But I got to give this staff a hell of a lot of credit on the way they built this roster from scratch through the portal and utilizing freshmen. I just incredibly impressed with everything from roster composition to, and I'll go back to this again, man. I watched one team last night who I thought was so well coached against another team who just looked completely discombobulated.
Lobos crushed it with the recruiting, the portal, and even if UNLV is healthy, the Lobos still win that game by double digits. Is it more competitive? Sure. If you're UNLV saying, hey, if we had this, we had that, but you don't. That's what you're playing with this year. And for New Mexico to come together, and you saw the competitiveness early, and it just took a little bit of time for them to get to that next level of being on the court together, understanding the system, where guys are going to be, how to execute everything, and you're seeing that in conference play with what I just keep going back to is this team's consistent for 40 minutes. You trust them on the floor. Even in the San Diego State game, to overcome that type of deficit on the road and then have a chance to win the game, you're a very good basketball player.
All right, 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff at sportsanalytiq.com, JJ at sportsanalytiq.com. Elsewhere last night, Mountain West Conference play. Boise State beats San Jose State in San Jose. Number was 89-58. Boise State's 5-5 overall. They lost a bunch of games early. They look like they were lost. They have they have to win the conference to get into the NCAA.
Yeah, they have no at-large hopes.
But they're still a bit dangerous, especially up there, right? They beat the Lobos up there.
They're more dangerous to the Lobos than UNLV because of the style. Like, Boise State showed that they can get physical, and that's really something that UNM has struggled with. If you look at who's beat them, it's just teams that body them.
Yeah, well, and Hawaii.
I'm talking about teams that beat the Lobos.
Oh, the Lobos. Okay. That and they were super physical. The other one was in Reno, and Grand Canyon had Nevada beat. Grand Canyon had them beat. They were up by 5 with about a minute and a half to go. This is one of those where you're like, all right, wow. Look at Grand Canyon going on the road. This is a gigantic win. And somehow Nevada, and they fouled. They kept the game close. And they were down by 3 was Nevada late. And Tyler Rolson attempts a three-point shot, and he was fouled. I know Makai Williams complained that he didn't foul him. That was a foul, right? I mean, we're not arguing that, are we?
No argument for me.
I mean, he hit him on the hand. And Tyler Rolson goes up to the free throw line, needing 3, hit 3, like onions. The first one rolled in, the other 2 just splashed. And then Rolson adds 6 points in overtime. And Nevada holds on. I know it says here on the sheet. I'm going to change the score here because Nevada wins 66-60 over Grand Canyon. That's a gigantic win for Nevada. Stay in the race at 7-3. Devastating loss for Grand Canyon. I don't think either team right now is in on the bubble, but the Lopes would have gone to 7-2 and been sitting in a beauty spot in a conference.
You're 2 losses. You're in contention still.
Right, and what that is now is that's just New Mexico, Utah State, San Diego, right? Is that kind of where you are?
And also having eyes on a regular season title, plus you want to make sure you have that little top 4 finish to avoid playing an extra game in Vegas. You don't have to.
No, and I think that's vital. I think that's absolutely vital. So as we sit here today, San Diego State is 8-1. They play tonight. They have a home game against Colorado State. So they're a half game better than New Mexico. If Colorado State can clip the Aztecs tonight, the Lobos will be tied for first place. Utah State is right in that mix. They play tonight at home against Wyoming. The Aggies are 7-2. If they win tonight, they tie the Lobos for second place, or presumably second in San Diego State. And Nevada's a game back at 7-3. Grand Canyon 6-3. And then the Rebels. So Lobos just keep winning. You get San Jose State on the road on Saturday, a game that you should. I don't want to ever sit here and say anything in conference play that you will. You should win, but I was up there last year in that place where they did not win. I was a gross feeling on that charter coming home after dropping that game by 1 point last year. None of these guys were there. I get it. Except for the one manager and the sports information. But you're in a good spot. You're
not worried about San Jose State.
Yeah, I'm not either. That should be. I mean, go up there and pump them, right? I mean, they were here a couple weeks ago. I kind of feel like I called that game, did I? I think I did. Was that the conference opener? It was back in December 20th. Tell me I'm wrong on that. I'm pretty sure that's right. And the Lobos. All right, so we'll get in on that. That's your conference play. The other big one in college basketball last night, Michigan 75, Nebraska 72. That was just a great game. First loss of the year for Nebraska. Why is that important? Of course, the Lobos played Nebraska earlier this season, but I think Nebraska proved they are elite and they belong. All right, when we get back, the NFL Hall of Fame, the Pro Football Hall of Fame is what it's called. It is the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And it doesn't, or it won't, or at least in the immediate, have Bill Belichick. How do you feel about that? I got thoughts. Why will it not? How does that guy, if ever a coach had an NFL resume, right? Yeah, but we'll get into that next. 505-246-0610 here on these Sports Center. How's your yard looking? Want it to look better? You got a little yard envy for some friends, relatives, neighbors who have an immaculate yard, water feature, pavers, putting green, whatever it is. You want that for you, but now it's winter and you decided you're going to wait till spring. Can I just recommend you call LaBarge Landscape now, like I did? Because a bad decision is waiting. Because everybody thinks the same way, and what that means is you get on the list, and by the time the project's done, half of next summer's going to be done. Call LaBarge Landscape today. Have it done now, so when spring arrives, you don't have to wait. By the way, the weather's getting great again. We're in our yard all year long in Albuquerque. I had them come out to the house 4 or 5 months ago, and they cleaned my place up. I love my yards. I am thrilled with what LaBarge Landscape did for me, and they will do it for you. For me, it was a cleanup. It just got away from me. The shrubs, the stuff growing, the grass was dead, the sprinkler system. I just needed stuff removed. It's beautiful. You know what you want? You know what you want it to look like? They're going to make it happen. If you're not sure, they'll help you design the landscape of your dream. They'll send their design team out, look at your space, drop a bunch of designs, and you'll get a beautiful yard transformation. They've been doing this for 32 years in Albuquerque. It's family-owned, family-operated, licensed, bonded, and insured. Look, you're going to get years of enjoyment from the landscape transformation. The people who get to enjoy that new landscape in the spring, those are those of you who call LaBarge Landscape now. You just need a cleanup during the fall. Now winter, leaf cleanup, pruning of the shrubs. LaBarge Landscape does that as well. Talk to them about getting on a maintenance schedule as well. LaBarge Landscape, L-A-B-A-R-G-E, LaBargeLandscape.net. That's the website. Go by, look at all their pictures, the beautiful landscapes that they've created, and then give them a call at 505-345-3000, 505-345-3000. Schedule an appointment. Whether your project is small or large, the answer is easy. It's LaBarge Landscape.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now. Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past. Built for generations to come. This is New Mexico.
That whole process, and the guy shows up.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, you're in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So now it's like, guess what? You ain't getting that call.
So it's kind of like sports animal emailers telling me why they're gonna. I'm not watching the game this week. I'm not going to the game because I got to wash my car, right? And that's kind of what this is. I don't know who's in, but I know Bill Belichick's not. So they voted earlier this month. There's 50 voters. You need to get 40. And I never understand the process because it's never really explained. If you have a ballot, do you vote for one person? Do you vote for three person? Do you know how that works?
I don't know the NFL standard. I know in baseball you can choose your 10.
Okay. Right? I honestly, I don't know. Here's your ballot. I don't know how many you choose, how many you vote for. I don't know what it is. But a guy who is an 8-time Super Bowl champion is not a first ballot Hall of Fame. So the voting was this month. Belichick did not get 40 of the 50 votes needed for induction into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in his first year. He got a call from the Hall of Fame, evidently Friday last week, with the news that he will not be inducted. Go ahead and free up your summer, Bill. You're good, man. You can schedule meetings in North Carolina. You don't need to be in Canada. I guess people who were sources spoke with him over the weekend. He was puzzled. He was disappointed that he didn't secure 80%. This is obviously retribution, I'm going to guess. I don't have a better word. From these writers. For either A, and it could be a combination of all. A, being an a-hole to the media. I mean, it's just who he was. His personality, he wasn't warm and fuzzy. He didn't play the game. Cool. Or B, Spygate, Deflategate, whatever gate you want to attach to them, and somehow he is being penalized for that, much like the PED, the steroid era in baseball. Or C, we'll see what happened when Brady left, and it was all about Brady, and it wasn't him anyway, and he won that, and so maybe it's a combination. I will tell you this: it's the first time in a long, long time that I've heard people feel somewhat sorry for Bill Belichick.
Yeah, a little like,
on his
hey,
side.
this is 99% the writers trying to prove a point.
Which point?
You're not first ballot Hall of Famer.
How is he not?
Dude, to me, I think first ballot is the conversations I've had, and you talk to people in the sports world, like first ballot is nice. And if you end up being a second ballot, you're still a Hall of Famer. But you know me, we've had these discussions. Right. To me, it's either yes or no.
But
like,
there is
why,
a distinction.
Why? And if you're first ballot, I do think that puts you ahead of everyone, especially in some cases where there's limits to it. I don't think there's a limit on how many people can go in to the Pro Football Hall of Fame each year. So this was, to me, the majority of the people just trying to prove a point.
I don't think that's arguable. What is the point? Which of the three, or
you
combination
broke the rules and you're mean.
Okay, so 1 and 2.
And I think it's ridiculous
that you were a jerk and you broke the rules. You cheated.
Because do you think Tom Brady is not going to be a first ballot?
Well, okay, that's the next question, right? Because is the standard? It depends which point they're trying to make. Is it about Deflategate and Spygate and you cheated and you did this? Because if it's about you were an a-hole, I don't think Tom Brady falls into that. Brady was right there with Derek Jeter, the best ever, of talking to the media all the time and just not saying anything. Brady was always accessible. He never was the jerk to them. So if the point is all the gates that are stained on your name, I guess, is however you want to put it, if that's your point, then why is Brady and or Tom Kraft held to a different standard? But see, now nobody's coming forward. Now all these guys are hiding behind their anonymity because they're getting lambasted in the media. I mean, at some point, if you're not good, dude won 6 Super Bowls as the head coach, 8 overall. I don't know what a first ballot Hall of Famer looks like if it doesn't look like that. And so if you don't feel that way, this is where I am. I'm not the guy yelling and screaming you should take their vote away like I've heard a bunch of people say. But I do believe that you should have an obligation to explain in an instance like this, where there's a dude who is the second on the list all-time NFL coaching victory. And he was within a season and a half of being number one behind Don Shula. We're the second winningest coach of all time, the most Super Bowl winningest coach of all time. That guy, dude. If you don't vote him into the Hall of Fame, I do believe there should be an obligation to at least explain one. I'm not telling you should have your vote ripped away. Don't you think that?
Yeah, if you're going to not vote for someone, you should be willing to have the conversation. If people are going to ask you, how many Hall of Fame voters there are in it, but if there's
at least 11,
a discussion to be had, if you want to put your opinion out there, go for it. Because this, to me, is just all about the writers just trying to say, hey, this is our sacred hall, and we control you now, and you're not a first ballot Hall of Famer. Okay, they went through the process, man. Like, Tom Brady went to the Supreme Court. Like, they fought it. They went back and forth. Patriots had draft picks stripped away. You're never going to go back and change who's a champion after the fact. But they went through it. They all ate a certain part of it somehow, whether it's Brady's 4-game suspension. But this is, I guess, the way the writers feel that they can finally penalize Bill Belichick as making sure he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah, we're the morality police, and we have the power. All right, we got 2 tickets to Luke Bryan. We're going to give away coming up at 8:25. It's a June 13th show to go see him at the Isleta Amphitheater. And they don't go on sale until Friday. So we'll do that at 8:25. Your thoughts on Belichick? I don't care if you like him, if you don't like him. Where are you? Are you good with this? Are you cool? Are you one of those that says, you know what, man, they cheated, and this is it. And this is your penance, and you're not a first ballot Hall of Famer. And Brady should be the same way. Or are you where most are? It's like, holy smokes, man. Guys won more games than anybody but one other person in the history of the game. Won more Super Bowls to coach than anybody in the history of the game. And you don't vote for him? He's that guy's not in the Hall of Fame? It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM at AM 670 Sports Center.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of.
Got a text that says they voted against Belichick because he has a hot young girlfriend. You know what the crazy part is? I'm going to guess there's probably some truth to it. I do. I don't know. Look, JJ, you said voters are trying to make a point by not voting Belichick in as a first ballot Hall of Famer. And everybody I've heard said, he'll get in next year, though. They're all making a point. How do we know that? How do we know whoever it is that voted against him or didn't vote for him, which I don't know if those are exactly the same thing. But the people who didn't vote for Bill Belichick, are we certain they're all voting for him next time through?
I think the majority will. This is just what voters do when it comes to the Hall of Fame across the board.
How do we know that?
We don't know for sure,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5 years he won't be in the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
I don't think that.
All right. So whatever the point is they're trying to make, do you think?
I think it was just you're not a first ballot Hall of Famer because of your attitude and Deflategate.
So because you were a jerk, and because of Deflategate and Spygate, Spygate more than Deflategate, right?
And yeah, Spygate, the gates, the Patriot gate.
What about Brady leaving and him not winning in the way he was unceremoniously?
That to me
escorted out.
Then every coach after they use a Hall of Fame quarterback should be penalized. Let's look at the records of coaches that have had a Hall of Fame quarterback in the year after, didn't get Steve Young,
Bill Walsh shouldn't
or
be
like
in.
to slide right in after the fact.
Yeah, that's right. Bill Walsh should be in, and Chuck Noll should be in. Yeah, no, look, I'm with you. I've said to me, Deflategate is the stupidest, biggest, dumbest scam thing ever. I look, everybody want to get the Patriots. We're sick of the Patriots. To me, 100%, Tom Brady liked his footballs at a certain inflation level. What's the PSI?
Yeah.
Is that it?
I think this Spygate course is more. Like, what are you doing, man? Like, you're not cheating, you're not trying, whatever. To me, the Deflategate 1-2 would be like, all right, guys, we can't be doing this anymore. Yeah, there's standards to this. Let's
and I firmly believe they didn't know Tommy says, here's how I like my balls, and it's my footballs, and they were that way probably for a certain number of years until somebody said, and I'm going to guess they were that way the whole time. Here, this is the PSI, or they probably didn't even know what a PSI was. This is how I want my footballs to feel. I like them like this. Here, blow them up to this level. And that's how they did it, and probably for years until someone said, well, that feels a little deflated. Let's check the PSI. Yeah, so, Deflategate's stupid. The Spygate thing was, to your point, what the hell? And so this is, like, okay, somebody asked me the other day, what the hell was that? We're talking about Alex Bregman. I think it was the Cubs. Will Alex Bregman get into the Hall of Fame if he's got Hall of Fame numbers? And I said, well, will Bregman, will Altuve, is Jose Altuve, with the guys who are getting in the Hall of Fame now, Altuve's numbers are Hall of Fame numbers, and Alex Bregman's coming up.
That is not going to prevent any of those guys from getting a Hall of Fame.
You don't believe it will?
They might not be first ballot Hall of Famers,
okay,
but the numbers will get them in.
So that is different than the PEDs from the 90s and early 2000s, performance-enhancing drugs that have kept McGuire, Bonds, Sosa, those guys, right? You feel those are different? Although Bagwell's in, and there's guys from that era who are in.
It's a lot of picking and choosing who you want to believe or not believe from that era.
Do you believe Bonds is not in the Hall of Fame, the guy who's hit more home runs than anyone, more because of the PEDs or more because he was an A?
I think more because he kind of just became the face of it, that era.
Because it was flat out denied. Not
he wasn't the only one that denied it, but he was the best one.
Well, because he was the home run king. But he was also a legendary jerk. Right? I mean, former players will tell you stories, media members, everybody, this legendary jerk, and those are the guys who vote for you. Right? It's the baseball writers of America who have the power. And now, all of a sudden, all those years you wanted to be a jerk to me?
Dude,
I got the power.
I understand that people are human.
Yeah.
And they react certain ways, but last time I went to the Hall of Fame, I did not see a paragraph on the person's character.
100%. No, that's absolute. Matthew says Billy Belichick should be in the Hall of Fame. Obscure, he has to wait another year. Great win last night, but Lobos were on our way to the top. Thank you, Matthew. Yeah, he should be in the Hall of Fame. I just, the guy who won more Super Bowls than anybody, the guy who's won more football games in the NFL than anybody but one. Yeah, bristly, cranky, jerky. I don't care what it is. Pick your word. Or, is it because he's a jerk? He didn't do it without Brady? Spygate? Or, as the texter said, because he's got a hot young girlfriend. Everybody's absolutely convinced he gets in next year. Until these people who didn't vote for him come out and say, yeah, I'm going to vote for him next year. I don't believe he should be a first teamer. Until they tell me that, what makes me think they're going to vote for him next year? 505-246-0610. We're going to give away those Luke Bryan tickets coming up at 8:25. You get a chance to win those. Courtesy of your good friends here at 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Sweet Rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or...
As we get set to turn the calendar over to February this weekend, big win. In fact, the biggest margin of victory ever over a UNLV team. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta, J.J. Buck. I was bouncing around on the extra device, J.J. during the break. And UNLV fan, believe it or not, there are still some of those, despite what you see at the Thomas and Mack. They're losing their mind. Like I'm listening to, but we should have let Lon Kruger go. Kevin Kruger was good. Dave Rice was rolling, and they should never have fired him. Like, they're losing their mind because
stuff they were not saying in the moment.
Of course not. No. And JJ, even those who weren't born in the early '90s when Tark was winning, right? They still think they remember that because they've lived on it, and that's what that program is. I mean, in all reality, that was, 37 years ago or whatever happened.
It's retro, bro.
It is retro. But that's, look, New Mexico State still tells you all the time, right? They've got a Final Four from the 70s hanging in their building. You don't ever lose that.
You don't lose it.
But
you should always have standards as a fan.
And that's always the standard. Once you get there, don't you think San Diego State now feels that they're a Final Four team all the time because they got there? I mean, this is their fan base.
You can feel that way, but that's not the way the real world operates from a athletics perspective, and kind of what's happening at UNLV is even in the transfer portal era, in the free agent player acquisition era of college athletics, more times than not, that's what a first-year coach with the new roster looks like. UNLV. Good wins, head-scratching losses, in the middle.
Lobo Hobo says most delusional fan base in the Mountain West, even more than Lobo basketball, is UNLV. I was watching the game with Reb fans, and they think it's still 1991. Shark is their coach. And forget about the crummy Mountain West. They should be competing for the national championship from Lobo Hobo. He's got people that are fans of everything. He watches games every.
I'm always impressed.
Yeah, no, he knows people. He's got his people. I don't know if they're the most delusional fan base, period. I think they've.
I don't think there's enough of them, but.
Well, I think they've come to realize what they are. They haven't done. I mean, is it right? The last time they've been in the NCAA tournament was 2013. I mean, it's been a minute. Like, you are what you are, right? I don't know. Who's the most delusional fan base in this league? Delusional is a tough word for me to. I mean, you can ask me who the most obnoxious is. Who's the loudest? Who's the most? I mean, whatever. And Lobo fan, congratulations. You're up probably right there on the Twitter with Utah State and San Diego State. And Boise State's got a lot quieter, haven't they, the last couple of weeks? It is what it is.
Once they get out of this Mountain West that's been holding them down, they're going to take off.
Yeah. They'll be way better because they'll be in a power league. That's right. Last night, Tomislav Bullion, 18 and 11. He had 16 points in the first half. He was just different, man. He had 2 3-pointers in the first half. He had 2 all season going into that. Jake Hall, 16 points to go with 1 assist and 2 rebounds. I thought he was good defensively. He was 2 of 6 from three-point land. The little driveway turnaround to me is my favorite shot that he does, where he bounces off that right leg, that little 12-footer, that fadeaway, fall back, that's what I kind of call it, a driveway jumper. Like you're in because it's so effortless and flawless. It's like you're in your driveway. You just one of those little off the right foot, flick of the wrist. It's just the mid-range is terrific. Uriah Tenet had 15 last night. So the 3 Lobo freshmen scoring double figures last night as the Lobos run past UNLV. The running Lobos beat the Rebels last night, 89-61. You are now 17-4 overall. You are 8-2 in conference play and going to San Jose. We'll hear from Eric Olin coming up at 9 o'clock, coming off of what we had on the post-game show. But a big victory. Boise State beat San Jose State last night, and Grand Canyon gets beat in overtime in Reno, 66-60. Nevada pulled that one out of the park. Did you flip over and watch the end of that?
Those 3-point games at the end, and then coming down, the stepping up after getting fouled, hitting free throws, going overtime, just goodness, the emotions in the moment, trying to recover.
Onions.
Oof.
How about Tyler Rollison hitting the 3 free throws? He was a 70-something percent free throw shooter. And he got fouled with 0.8 of a second. He goes shooting a 3 to tie it. And he had to step up there, and the arena just got quiet. And then it was all right, ladies go tonight. They play UNLV, 6:30 at the Pit, 7 o'clock tip, 6:30 pregame. You're on News Radio KQOD. Travis says, which OD listeners are going to come in today and tell us last night wasn't an impressive win or we should have won by more? The truth, a hell of a win by the Lobos, dominated from the beginning on both ends and scored with easy from all 3 levels. Question, which team in the Mountain West wants to see this Lobo defense on their schedule? Travis, the answer is nobody wants to see them right. I think San Diego State doesn't want a piece of them. Utah State's got to be looking at coming in here. Next Wednesday turns into a really good one, doesn't it? Next Wednesday becomes, it was always going to be big with Utah State coming in. But it gets really, really big. What do I got on here? All right, Harold wants to know, all right, so Ryan Berman was in yesterday, the interim athletic director. And we talked about a lot of things with Ryan. Harold says, I didn't hear about, or from what I understand, I didn't hear it, but it was all about money for Lobo football facilities. It wasn't all about that. What about Lobo volleyball, Jeff? Johnson Gym's an old dump. You laugh about a urine trough, but the last one was just removed from Johnson 5 years ago. You still have open toilets without partitions in some restaurants. Wait until summer when there are trash cans everywhere. Catch the monsoon rain from the leaking roof. And worst of all, there is now no parking. Yeah, I mean, Harold, we talked about a lot of things. We didn't get to everything. You're right. Global volleyball was not at the top. Next time in, I'll lead with that. When or whoever the new AD is, or Ryan's in, or whatever. We got to lead. Remind me. Will you do that? Remind me to lead with volleyball. You're like, no.
we could put it on the list. It'll be down on the list, but it'll be on the list.
Whatever your priorities happen to be. That's cool. All right. Bills promote their offensive coordinator, Joe Brady. Did this surprise you yesterday? It happened
not at all
in our show.
Because what Brandon Beane, the Bills GM, is telling you, he ain't going to be pushed. He ain't going to bring in anyone that has a voice. He's not going to bring in a head coach that is going to actually push back on him. No. This is you get in line. Yes, you're the head coach of the Buffalo Bills, but you ain't here to cause ruffles. You're here to listen to the general manager.
So who's the general manager going to bring in to make Joe Brady's job attainable? And his job is to get to the Super Bowl.
They were good enough this year. It's Sean McDermott holding back.
Were they?
That's exactly what that says.
First of all, I don't hate it. Okay? I think Joe Brady's earned a shot.
It makes no sense if you're saying what you're doing wasn't working to then promote from within.
If Joe Brady got the Titans job, or if Joe Brady gets the Raiders job, or if Joe Brady gets the Browns job, does it make sense to you?
It does. In this coaching cycle, I think the Browns and Joe Brady are like, okay, other teams that have been like, ugh.
All right, so you don't put Joe Brady up there with some of these assistants who are getting jobs. Whether it's Jesse Minter, what other, I guess no other assistants have gotten jobs, right? They've all been former head coaches.
Robert Saleh.
Yeah, but he's a former head coach.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. Like first-time coaches would be Minter.
Right, that's kind of where I'm going.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Right, everybody else has been a head coach before. But if the Raiders, what else is still open? Who'd Miami hire? Jesse Minter, right?
No, that was Baltimore.
Who'd Miami hire? They hired
Jeff Haley, the assistant
so he was an
coach.
assistant coach. He was the defensive coach. So, I mean, if Joe Brady gets one of those jobs, you don't think he's a Jeff Hatley or Jesse Minter level?
I don't. This does not read Joe Brady, it was his time. This reads we're promoting from within because Joe Brady's not going to push back. Joe Brady's not going to be a presence that goes, you know what, Brandon Beane, slow your roll. Well, let's have this discussion about this, that, or the other. No, Brandon Beane got a promotion, plus Sean McDermott fired, and he is in total control of everything. And so promoting Joe Brady allows him to have a head coach that's not going to push back on anything he does.
Look, I agree with you. When you say what this screams is, this was Sean McDermott's fault. That our team was ready to win and what's holding us back. Our offense is plenty good. Joe Brady's been running the offense. I got that guy at quarterback. Yeah, I got to go get him a receiver. But we were good. Sean McDermott held us back. I'm promoted for me. I agree with you. That's what this says. I agree. But was it his time? I mean, I don't know. Obviously, they felt. Bills fan, how's been the reaction up there? Is this kind of a pushback too? Instead of blowing everything up because everybody was so pissed off they fired McDermott that they needed to do a little PR locally and keep this thing somewhat together?
Not at all. I don't get that feeling at all. Reading the way that the owner handled that press conference, the way that Brandon Beane got a promotion when a head coach got fired, I don't read this as a PR thing at all. This is just a, hey, this is one of our guys. He's not going to cause any issues. We move forward.
All right, what are the Steelers going to do? Is it Mike and Aaron again, or where are they going to go? We can get that way. We're always open today for Lobo basketball talk coming off a big victory, 89-61 in Vegas last night. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports.
This report.
we would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Morning, guys, says the text line. Has there been any updates on the athletic director search? Do you think they wait until a new president's in place? I don't, because it sounds like the search is underway, and the interim, Ryan Behrman, was in here yesterday and said that they plan on having somebody in place by early March. And the president stays on until the end of the academic year, and so then the athletic director gets a new boss. So, yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, I don't know where they are in the search, or if applications are in, or the search firm is out, doing their thing. But no, they're not going to. All right, 505-246-06. Lobos win last night, 89-61 in Las Vegas. Next up, they go to San Jose, and then a big week next week. JJ, you put this on the sheet. I did not see this. So, college football playoff change for next year. And I don't even know where you saw this. It says, instead of, for that group of 6 spot.
Chris Vanini.
Is that where that's from?
Mm-hmm.
So the guaranteed group of 6 spot in the college football playoff, which has been the highest rated group of 6 champion, and this year it was 2 of them because the way the rule was written previously is guaranteed spots to the top 5 highest rated conference champions, which this year the Sun Belt was higher than the ACC. James Madison was rated higher than Duke. They changed that to guarantee all 4 Power 4 conferences champions get in. And it's not the champion anymore. It's just the highest rated group of 6 team. They don't have to be a conference champion.
That's correct.
I'd not seen that at all.
No one did. No one saw that until that was reported.
So it was reported yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like that?
No. But I think it's a way for them to make sure they don't just get a quote-unquote bad conference champion. They can say, hey, we think this is the best non-power conference team, and we're going to make sure that they're in the college football playoff, which I get is kind of the whole point of the expansion anyway. But I know probably some people around here are like, ooh, that was kind of like what they're really looking at. It's like, oh, we win the Mountain West Conference, we'll be there. Well, now it doesn't matter.
Yeah, now it doesn't matter because if a non-conference champion out of the American is ranked higher than you, it just made it hard. I agree with that. It made it harder for a team like New Mexico to get in. Yeah, I had not seen that. All right, Senior Bowl is coming up. Diego Pavia is there. It's in Mobile, Alabama. First practices for the Senior Bowl, and Diego is kind of one of the stars down there. He got measured 5'8" or 5'8" and 7/8 of an inch, so just under 5'9". He kind of intimated the person measuring him, in his words, didn't intimate. He said they kind of screwed me. I was 5'10", I promise. I promise you, man. I'm 5'10". I don't care what your scale says. I'm not 5'8" and 7/8. He was. So did you see he measured in at what 5'8" and 7/8, and he swears he's 5'10". I promise.
Swears.
Yeah, I promise.
The measurement was wrong.
Yeah. He was asked about his chance of being drafted. Quote from him: 100%. When was the last SEC Player of the Year not drafted? You know what I mean? I feel like you go watch the tape. Number speaks for itself. Everything speaks for themselves. I feel like I'm the best player in the country, and I still believe it. That's just the ultimate confidence that I've had in football. All right. I mean, I do believe Diego's going to get drafted. I think he looked relaxed after practice. He thanked all the members of the TV crew, people behind the scenes, and joked with ESPN. When he said, you know, the guy who measured me at 5'8" and 7/8 kind of screwed me. I 5'10", I promise. And then he said, I'm just kidding, but yeah, I just want to show it don't matter what size you are, it's the size of the dog in the fight. It's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight of the dog. You know what I mean? So that's who I am, that's who I will forever be. End quote. So he'll be on the national team in the Senior Bowl. Top priority says he's got a great opportunity. Look, he's going to be a star. He's going to be a big part of what the Senior Bowl is. By the way, it's on the NFL Network, and it's going to be at 12:30 on Saturday if you want to watch it. Jack Nixon, the former voice of the Aggies, called me. I'm going to do a piece with him today. He wants me to come on and talk about Diego. What do you think about Diego? Do you still believe he will not get drafted?
6th or 7th round, if he goes. Because Diego can make all the points he wants. He's 5'9". No starting quarterbacks run around the NFL. They're 5'9". Talk about Doug Flutie all you want. And if you look at him as a quarterback, you're just like, all right, I want to give him the opportunity to bring him in. How many teams are you going to say, hey, this could be a QB3, a practice squad guy making that much noise?
Or somebody looks at him and says, dude, he got incredible talent and he wins, and there's that it to it.
It's the NFL, man.
I get
it's
it.
The NFL, man.
And they love winners. And the NFL
People
loves
winners that are not 5'9".
So the answer on who was the last SEC player of the year to not get drafted, the answer, I believe, was Michael Sam, right?
No, he got drafted
in the 7th round.
Rams took him.
He was. So yeah, he did. He went in the 7th round. So he was the SEC. Yeah, the Rams did. So I'm not sure where it is. It's a fair question. All right, 505-246-0610. Jim, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. How you living, Jim?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good.
Good. On the changes to the college football playoff.
Yeah.
What I understand is that actually the champion of the Power Four championship game winner gets an automatic bet. They still maintain their relative seeding, so they don't jump to the top or anything. But the other thing that I thought was interesting is that Notre Dame is guaranteed a spot if they're ranked 12th or higher, regardless.
Yep, that's correct.
So, if you had taken those, so it's in that scenario for this year, Miami wouldn't have been in, and James Madison wouldn't have been in. So the team that made it to the final game wouldn't even made it to wouldn't even been in the playoffs.
Yeah, Duke would have been in. Yeah, Duke would have gotten in, and Notre Dame.
Yeah, with 4 losses.
Duke would have got in with 5 losses. 5 losses.
Yeah.
Yeah, Duke would have got in.
Oh, yeah, 5, yeah.
And I think Alabama would have been out, right? Because Notre Dame would have got in, and Duke would have got in. James Madison, Miami.
Yeah, James Madison, Miami would have been the 2 that are out, and like I said, see how that worked out for Miami.
Yeah.
They were close. They were 1 pass away, really. I think at the end, winning the game. So.
Yep.
But and then they're going to go to 16 or not. The Big Ten wants 24.
I know they do. I think they're the only ones who want 24.
Right.
Will they get what they want?
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, the Big 10 wants 24. Will they get what they want? Not in the immediate. We'll see where it goes. All right, we got a pair of tickets to give away to go see Luke Bryan. The show is June 13th at the Isleta Amphitheater. Tickets go on sale this Friday, but we got a pair to give away right now. The number is 505-246-0610. 505-246-0610. That's how you can get them. Caller number 3 right now. You'll win a pair of tickets to go see Luke Bryan. Courtesy of your good friends at 95.9 FM at AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com.
The Jim Rome Show live every weekday at 1 on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
All right, the tickets are gone. We'll have more tomorrow. 505-246-0610 if you want to get in. Emails Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com and JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. Lobos win last night in Vegas, 89-61. Text line says, maybe I misheard what the broadcast guys were saying last night. But it sounded like they said San Diego State and Utah State were at large selections. The Lobos are on a bubble. Can someone explain that to me from Travis? Well, they aren't. Now, I don't know that there was – they're going by their metric. They were on CBS. CBS Sports has, as of this morning, it looks like they updated it this morning. Yesterday, New Mexico was on the first 4 out. Right now, they're the last 4 in. They're playing – in this bracket, they would play St. Mary's in the first 4. And they've got Utah State in as a 10th seed. So I'm assuming that this bracket projects Utah State as the conference champion, correct? Because San Diego State is not in this. Is that what kind of – and San Diego State, on the at-large resume right now, on all these metrics, and I think on ESPN's as well, are behind the Lobos. right? Is that how you see that in most of the projections that you've been looking at?
It depends. I've seen San Diego State on the outside.
Yeah.
I've seen the Lobos in the first four out. You look at CBS Sports this morning, Lobos are playing in the first four. So they're all San Diego State, Utah State, like New Mexico right now on that bubble line, first four in, last four out right now for a lot of these projections.
Lenardi's got New Mexico last four in, right? Same spot. As far as he's got San Diego State in the bracket. I'm looking. I'm not sure I see Utah State in this bracket. So I guess that is projecting whoever's in, right? San Diego State, Utah State in this scenario as the conference champion, and then New Mexico is the second team in. You see,
as the
Utah
tournament
State,
champion.
I'm sorry, Utah State is in. So Lenardi's got 3 Mountain West teams in. Utah State is a 9 as of now. San Diego State is an 11, and New Mexico in a playing game against Virginia Tech. CBS Sports has only Utah State and San Diego State. Now,
CBS Sports has the Lobos in the first four.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, they got the Lobos in the first four, Utah State in, not San Diego State. So, whatever it matters to you. Net ranking, the Lobos moved into the top 40 with the win last night. They're 39th. Utah State has the best net, whatever that means to you, 26, and San Diego State at 47. Now, the team you're playing this week, you better just pummel, because San Jose State's 269. So it's a quad 4 game on the road. And then you come back for that quad 1 game next week against Utah State.
Lobos, as of this morning.
Yeah.
We know things change. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 quad 1 opportunities on the schedule.
That would be the game at Logan, Utah State in their place. The game at Grand Canyon, right?
Yeah, so it's a double dose of Utah State at Nevada and at Grand Canyon.
Nevada is 64 and Grand Canyon is 74. It's top 75, so you need Grand Canyon to stay in the top 75. So, whatever the projections mean, look, man, we're going to flip to March next week, and you're in the conversation. I don't know if you thought you'd be there. Like, when it started out and you didn't know what a Tomislav Buljan was or what is a Milos Vucenic, like you didn't know these guys. And then when they committed the cardinal sin of losing to the Aggies, and then, oh my goodness, they lost to that Nebraska team. That's a football school. Olin, remember one guy called us, or was it a text or whatever it was, and compared Olin to Weir right away, like 5-6 games into the year, and this isn't going to work. It's Paul Weir all over again, and how can he lose to the Aggies and lose? They look like crap against Nebraska, which, by the way, they didn't look like crap. They lost a pretty close game, right? It was single digit. What did they lose to Nebraska? It was like when you look back on it now and say Nebraska on January 27th lost their first game, suffered their first loss of the season, and it was at Michigan, and it was a 3-point loss. They lost 72-84, or 84-72, so they lost by 12. And wash that down with a win over Mississippi State. So, yeah, they've got the one bad loss on the resume. That's at New Mexico State. But yeah, did you think you'd be here in the conversation? What does this look like next year? Let's just say the Lobos next year is 17-4, and we're ready to come into February with the same sort of non-conference resume. But you're going to have the Grand Canyon and Nevada opportunities in front of you. You won't have San Diego State or Utah State in front of you. And
you're feeling bubbly.
Really bubbly, because
a lot more first four than in the bracket.
Well, because
if you don't get the automatic bid,
not only, and hopefully UNLV will be better. Hopefully Nevada and Grand Canyon stay what they are. But the issue to me is going to be you're going to have the UTEP thing. Right now, the UTEP thing looks horrible. I'm not going to lie. Right? Air Force is still going to be there. What did I tell you last time I looked at? Did you find UTEP anywhere? They were the late 200s. Air Force is 345 out of 365. 345. And I guess, I'm not worried about it. UTEP's 275. I guess don't worry about it. Enjoy now, because right now you got a really good team. Right now you got a really good team, and the league at the top is. I think the league at the top is better.
Well, everyone always screamed they wanted to be Gonzaga, but now you're more like St. Mary's, where you're bubbly and you hope you can win your conference. If not, you're always gonna be like, oh, are we gonna be good enough?
That's actually a really good comparison now, because St. Mary's is. Yeah, they usually have a gaudy league record. They usually lose to Gonzaga in the conference final. And they're usually hanging on the edge of the bubble, right? Although last year I think they got like a 5 seed, if I'm not mistaken. Lunardi's got them in as a 9. But yeah, I think that's it. All right, 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. We'll get to the phones when we get back, and we can continue this conversation coming off a big win yesterday. Lobos win 89-61 at UNLV. How's your Prize Picks coming? You winning? You collecting? I know you're having fun with it. Download the Prize Picks app and continue to play, because it's the best way to cash in on whatever your favorite team is. Whether it's the Lakers or you got the big game in football coming up. You can mix football and hockey and basketball and all that together. But when you win, you get paid. You make your picks in less than 60 seconds. You turn your takes into cash all season long. I've been loving playing Prize Picks, and I know you are as well. And a bunch of people I hang out with, I got to get my Prize Picks in. You play lineups, 2 to 4 players, 2 to 6 players, actually. I like 4 for whatever reason. I always settle on 4. But you make your picks, and you pick more or less. So there's a point projection. You go more or less. You can stack players. Only on Prize Picks can you stack. That means you can play the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup if you want. So you want to go on Wemby's points and 3-pointers and rebounds in the same lineup. You can do that. All of them in the same lineup. You can only do that on Prize Picks. You can cash out early. They've got an opportunity if your player's going off early. You don't have to wait till the game ends to cash out. It's only on Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use this code. It's KNML. You use that code, you get $50 in lineups free after you pay your first $5 lineup. That's code KNML on the Prize Picks app for $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup on Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Taco Bell.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Paddled in their own place. I mean, slapped 89-61. Lobos went in there and just owned them last night. But, and one of the things I told you in the first segment, that one of my biggest observations was I watched this game and I'm like, wow, one team is really, really, really well coached. And the other one looks so disorganized and disinterested. And Lobos just, I mean, Eric Olin has done a great job of this. And I've been reading on the Twitter, leave the Rebels alone, they had a total rebuild. Well, what did New Mexico have? And I guess Rebel fan, I don't know at the time, but I obviously now they sure wish they hired Eric Olin instead of Josh Pastner. And I don't know that it was a big deal at the time. They, both the Rebels and Lobos were looking for a coach at the same time. And 21 games in, it's somewhat inarguable who's doing a better job. Now, how this plays out long term, we'll all watch it and see. But Eric Olin is one hell of a coach. And Rebel fan is just going, damn, I wish we had that. Did you know that was when he was on their hot burner? Or maybe he wasn't. Maybe retrospective, hindsight is 20.
I think you're always going to have names slip in after the fact when you see someone doing well. But it's extra frustrating in that game if you're UNLV and you're seeing what the Lobos are doing. But the Lobos, that's not normal. Even in this era of being able to pick your entire team. I thought the expectations are a little bit higher for your new coach just because you can pick everyone you want, as Eric Olin did. But even with that, like UNLV is what the majority of mid-major teams with new rosters and first-year coaches is going to look like. You're going to peak it. Out.
Kind of what you thought the Lobos would do, probably, right?
Yeah, I think most people are honest. It would probably be that type of year.
And it would have been frustrating. But here you go. All right, 505-246-0610. Edward, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Good day, sir.
It's a good day. 30 years ago to this day, the Dallas Cowboys won their last Super Bowl.
Congratulations and happy anniversary. Dang, 3 decades later.
I have a picture of me holding the Lombardi that day. Pretty cool.
Right.
Hey, so I don't know much about the Mountain West Conference basketball, but I watched a little bit of the game last night. I don't know who the Rebels coach is, but he looked like he should be running the sports and gaming.
Josh Pastner?
For the Bellagio.
Yeah. So the suit. By the way, a lot more coaches are going back to coaching.
He did have a nice Italian suit on, I'll say that. But it kind of reminded me of the movie Casino. Anyway, before I talk about Belichick, you guys were discussing the All-Star game yesterday. It's time to pull out the old Winchester and take the NBA All-Star game and the NFL Pro Bowl and take it to the woods behind the woodshed and put an end to this misery. It's unwatchable. It's unwatchable. And I just think, hey, announce a team, maybe do All-Star Saturday night like JJ alluded to yesterday for the NBA. But I think they need to end these games. It's just losing credibility every year. And I don't think there is a solution other than putting an end to it. Reports are saying that 83-year-old Bill Polian was a driving force behind Belichick not getting in at the first year, into the Hall of Fame. I kind of like it for the Patriots organization, quite honestly. Bill Polian was the GM of the Buffalo Bills when they went to the Super Bowl 4 years in a row. And then he went to Carolina, I think, for a couple of years. And then he went to the Colts when they had Peyton Manning. To show the hubris and the grudges and, how men, they just can't let things go when they get older. They always want to be right. They don't want to get it right. They want to be right. And it said that he was a driving influence behind saying, hey, just make him wait a year. So all probability points to, Belichick getting in next year. But I think a lot of people have misconceptions about not Deflategate, but Spygate. Spygate essentially was the NFL came out and said, hey, you could film, just don't do it from this location. So the whole Spygate fiasco was not, and it was reported by Eric Mangini from the Jets. It's not about the content that was filmed. It was about the location from where it was being shot, which was probably a couple of yards away where it was previously being shot from. But it kind of grew legs and blew up, and understandably so, right? So, and people create their own narratives. Regarding Deflategate, I think with Brady, after he was using properly inflated footballs, he only went to 5 Super Bowls, winning 4 of them, 3 Super Bowl MVPs. So, to your point, Jeff, it's innocuous, right?
It's one of the stupidest, most blown-up, ridiculous. Yeah, it's one of the most stupid, ridiculous, blown-up quote, and I use air quotes, scandals in the history of life to me. Because to me, it's such a nothing burger to me.
Yes, and I think that Polian, with his vitriol, I think that he couldn't take that the Patriots got back to the Super Bowl, and then to have Belichick go into the Hall of Fame, making it a whole Patriot, who cares, right? I honestly think he can wait a year. He can wait 5 years, and maybe Belichick really values it. Who knows? I don't know him personally. But for anybody who doesn't understand the ideal gas law, one of my trucks, when I get into it, but what tires is slightly deflated, so it shows like 29 pounds, right? And then as I get on the road and things heat up, then it goes to 2 pounds. So as the molecules get agitated, then the air pressure expands, and therefore, so I don't know. There's a brief synopsis on the ideal gas law. Anyway, I appreciate sharing my thoughts, and I hope you guys have a great day.
Yeah, see you. Help me understand. So where did Polian come? I guess I lost something in the translation. So Bill Polian somehow urged voters to not vote for. Is that what that was? What am I missing?
There's a lot of kind of stories floating around about who might have told people to vote or not vote.
I mean, but you have your own vote. Like when you vote for the Heisman, right? You have a Heisman vote, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're a grown-ass man. Like.
So it's a 50-person committee.
Yeah.
That includes former coaches, reporters, broadcasters, and there are 5 people to vote for it, and you get 3 votes.
You get 5. There's 5 people on the ballot, and you vote for 3 of them.
That was this balloting.
Who else was on the ballot? Will you tell me when we get back? It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on
9FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Morning after a late night Lobo victory. How you feeling? Lobos win in Vegas last night, 89-61 behind Tomislav Buljan's fourth straight double-double, 18-11 for the big freshman. The other freshman, well, one of the other freshmen, Jake Hall, seventh straight double-figure point scoring. He had 16. The other freshman, Uriah Tenet, had 15. All 3 freshmen in double figures. No Rebel scored in double figures. They turned UNLV over 16 times. And New Mexico dominates at the Thomas and Mack Center, 89-61, improved to 17-4 overall, 8-2 in conference play. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and J.J. Buck. Lobo women tonight out at the pit. You'll hear it here on The Sports Animal. J.J. Buck has the call courtside at University Arena. UNLV will be the opponent, 6:30 pregame and 7 o'clock tip right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610 The Sports Animal. I'm going back to the coaching thing and what Eric Olin's done, and I've been in the text conversation with somebody talking about Olin and the difference, and he just said he's an unbelievable coach, which, yes. And I told you last night, I felt like I was watching one team that was really, really, really well coached and one that at this point is not. And that doesn't mean Josh Pastner will never get it together, or he won't. This text says he's an unbelievable coach, and from the moment that I spoke to him, my gut tells me he's a pretty awesome guy and a pretty awesome thing. That's it. He put together, has this team ready to play every start to finish, and missing a couple of players to boot. Send that one guy talking about Patton, from USC, and you got Howell's out. Hops has really stepped it up, and you can tell that he's a coach's kid. I sure hope we get our point guard back. Meaning, hoping that Hall and Tenet come back for next year. It feels like, and this fan base, and I don't know if they're totally warmed up to Olin. Do you feel that they are?
from where I sit right now,
Yeah.
like, what are you waiting for?
Well, I don't
like,
know.
That would be my thing. Like, what are you waiting for? He's here. If you're going to live in this world of you're just looking at next season, then it doesn't matter what team, what coach. You're never going to be able to just enjoy the moment.
Well, don't you think that as we went through last year, we all knew. I mean, don't if you'd have asked me at this point, 365 days ago, is Richard Pitino going to be here? I'd have said 90% he's gone last year, right? Most Lobo fan, but yet Lobo fan loves Pitino, and they should, right? I'm not telling you anything different. Like, I want to do a whole nother day on when are you going to get over booing Alfred and Neal, like 13 years
Never.
later, right? But I think Lobo fan was, and maybe because he gave you 4 years, and that somehow crosses the threshold of loyalty, and whatever, he earned his shot. Pete Gillen on the CBS postgame show last night said Eric Olin should be up for Coach of the Year nationally for what he's done. I don't care what that means for next year right now. I mean, obviously you do. But is it he's not active enough on social media? He's not funny on social media? Is it his personality? I really enjoy it. He was on with us the other day. I think he's candid. He speaks a little differently. He's a little more cerebral, or he's got that San Diego chill to him. He does. My personality, but I feel they do, don't you? They're super composed. They're super calm. They're not too high, not too low. Nothing seems to rattle them. I feel like they've taken on his personality, but whether they have or they haven't, it doesn't matter. They're 17-4 for crying out loud, with a brand new everything. So if you haven't warmed up to him yet, like to your point, and it's the perfect response. What are you waiting for? 505-246-0610. Mike, good morning. You're on Lee Sports Animal. Hi, Mike.
Good morning. That was a great game last night, and one of the takeaways that I had was just really, really emphasize how hard. I mean, if you really go back on all the great defenses that we've had in the past, this team works hard. When they're getting gas, he changes out 3 or 4 players, and they're interchangeable. I mean, it's just got to be scary to try to go play this team, knowing that they're handsy, they're in your face, they work hard, they don't stop, they run, they're nonstop running. I mean, that's exciting basketball for the Lobo fans. And, as far as the coach goes, I love his demeanor. I mean, it's not what we're used to, and I think we're the ones that need to change. I don't want my coach to change. He's a winner. He's won everywhere he's gone, and, I love what he can bring to the city. And, we just got to get used to. We're not we don't have a Tarkania gnawing on a towel and stressing and screaming and yelling. And if that works, great. But we just got to get used to his calm demeanor and his coaching abilities. And look at what we have on the court. We have an amazing team. And then offensively, come on, they're switching the ball around the 3-pointer, and they kept that ball moving, and they opened up opportunities. Why do we want to have anything different than that?
Not sure. No, the ball moves around the perimeter. The ball moves well. They share it. They're unselfish. They don't complain. And by the way, like this coach, I've watched the last couple of games, and especially the game at the Pit the other night, when you can watch, what's not on TV. He got into his players a little bit. I mean, JT Rock came off the floor. He got into Jake Hall a little bit. I'm down with it, man. When he needs to, he'll get into his guys a little bit. He's fiery, and he's not yelling just to yell, right? He's not that guy. I think that era of coach, I'm not sure that works much anymore anyway. But he'll get into his guys when he needs to. Yeah.
Hey, commentary. I mean, obviously they gave a lot of props from even when they went back to New York. They're getting a lot of looks, and then just a couple other things. When they played Nebraska, what team was that? You have a new team, new coach in the new city, and you're playing a team that's number 4 right now, I believe.
Yeah, they lost their first loss of the year yesterday. They took their first loss of the year by 3 points at number 2.
And what game in the season was that game?
It was 7.
Kind of close there for a while.
It was game 7. And I think what bothered people, A, they didn't realize how good Nebraska is, and B, was coming off the Aggies. So you lost 2 in a row, right? You commit cardinal sins. You can't lose the Aggies, right? And so they just lost on the road, and then they lose that game, and people are like, yeah, whatever. And you got it. You heard it. People were jumping off the bandwagon then. They didn't want any part of it. Now here they are. They've lost twice since, and that was November 20th.
I often have called earlier, and I was like, I'm not really feeling it, but I said, we have to warm up this team and kind of give him a shake, fair shake. Because knowing what he walked into, who would have expected it? The fact that he's even on the team is on the conversation of even making the NCAA. Come on, who would have thunk that?
The right answer, man.
And, well, hey, you guys have a beautiful day. I love my team. They work hard for Albuquerque, and go local.
I appreciate you. 505-246-0610. Rudolph, you're on New Sports Animal. Hello, Rudy.
Boy, that was pretty impressive last night.
Yeah.
I've watched a lot of UNLV, New Mexico basketball, and I know UNLV's got some issues, and their kid getting hurt, I guess the guy getting in foul trouble, but that's what you do to teams. You don't ever let them breathe. And I don't think that there was one time last night that I saw where I thought UNLV ever had a